Hi, good morning. In I thought of speaking about my personal initiative, Micro Opportunity Club, and how I have it's a motivation from World Pulse platform, and how I have structured my Micro Opportunity Club, and there will be some modification. But as of now, I'll stick on to World Pulse platform, how the platform is mentoring me, and how it has encouraged me to launch initiatives. And as of now, it is the only mentoring platform that I am attending personally. I have experimented with multiple mentors, but World Pulse is always there as a non-profit mentor where I can engage with its online events, all free of cost, and a lot of mentorship trainings they provide free of cost. It's a huge gathering, but I've been not only my personal observation, uh, it's something, a conversation that has initiated from their side in terms of the impact it is able to create. It is able to create or it is not able to create, that's a question mark, particularly with its online sessions. Last time when I will be going for a mix of Malayalam and English, so people can understand it quickly. Um, when it came to 2026, I have observed the participation is generally below 30 for live events. This can happen because people are spread over different time zones. Right when I became member of World Pulse community in 2024, most of the live events happened around 7:30 p.m. Maybe the engagement coordinator, who's from India, she chose the timing. I don't know. Now she has left the frame, and three live events are moderated are hosted by three different persons. Two people are from India. One is anyway from India. I haven't attended the second, and the third event, which is first that is supposed to happen at the beginning of the month. Encourages party is hosted by somebody from the African continent. Uh, Usually there happens to be a larger audience when compared to other sessions, I think, for Encourages Party, because we have a breakout room session where we can interact with participants, whoever was assigned to our room. And that is one plus point I have observed over the WordPress platform. First time opportunity for me to interact with foreign dignitaries or foreign members directly. I still remember the confusion I have when I was in the World Pulse Encourages Party breakout room. But more than confusion, the entire session was kept engaging by somebody. There were a lot of participants, and that engagement that gave me the foundation to be part of the later encourages party, and sometimes I have to initiate the conversation in a breakout room. It's so engaging, involving, giving us a lot of opportunities, I would say, at free of cost. As of now, World Pulse is my only mentor, and I don't have any personal mentors. Post 2020, I've been into a lot of these opportunities what the online platform offers. I've been attending free workshops, paid workshops, and in 2026 I thought I will be having my own art related micro opportunity club, which will be I mean, in terms of economic and empowerment, which will be a revenue generation source, and that is what people really needed. For women, because this is considered as a secondary or tertiary source of income, something done at leisure time. But at the same time, if you find it useful, if you feel the urge to make money, there is definitely a chance. But I'm also trying to change the pattern, because when you offer something for free, people think, oh my god, this is nonsense, this is useless. So I will be changing the pattern. I have a community. uh, when it reached around 16, I thought, oh my god, I don't need to add anymore, because this is now a peaceful, silent group of people. And since it's a motivation from World Pulse platform, this will be non-profit in its functioning. But when it comes to Micro Opportunity Club, with regard to artwork, when I'm not a professional, I'm also an amateur, but I can do it as a hobby. When I ask people, are you ready for tomorrow? It's like, yes, they are ready, but they won't join. What I want is not simply watching videos. You should be there on the other end with the materials. Today I'm going to make candles again. It's not on a professional term, it's out of hobby. So I'm planning to change my mentorship in terms of profit and non-profit. And another thing, yeah, something, this is observation, something I've noticed in 2026, the number of participants. I don't know why the number of participants for a platform so popular, particularly with regard to live events, is so limited. Uh, and Nowadays, it's even the writings on the platform. People write a lot. There are a lot of people registering on a daily basis from across the globe. At least one participant from one country is registering, joining. But still, there is something missing these days. Maybe the outbreak of conflict in different parts of the world, and people have different expectations from a global platform, and they are not met. Maybe that's the reason. This, I'm a person who thinks over a political angle, and so this is my assumption. Maybe people expect something too much from an organization like World Pulse, something the expectation we have from United Nations organization. But being a politician's daughter, my thoughts are all politically aligned, and I can understand. United Nations is full of bureaucrats. To what extent bureaucrats can play a role in the geopolitics of a countries? I wanted to differentiate uh, bureaucracy and the political system, because I personally feel there is a clear line that can be drawn with regard to decisions with the arms and ammunitions. Everything is taking under the discussions of political leadership. Bureaucrats play a role, but is it the decision making process? I don't think so. United Nations, as of now, I personally feel take it as a NOPA system, where a lot of bureaucrats are there. It is helpful during the peace time. During wartime, we know that it doesn't have a military. Okay, all countries are contributing to the peace movement, peace force of United Nations. There is, I don't exactly remember the name, but these peace force has got its own constraints, its own limitations. And so, to what extent United Nations can play a role in bringing an end to peace, sorry, bringing an end to conflict and establish peace? Um, I think we have to keep that part aside, but at the same time, we have to appreciate all it for the contributions it has made all through these years. And we want an organization where all the countries of the planet, they convene, they assemble, and they keep holding dialogues. I think this is my personal point. Like people have an expectation from world like that. Maybe engagements that are directly related to conflicts are not happening. Okay, people can write over the platform, but to what extent people reply over these thoughts? Even we cannot reply because first and foremost, it's not our geography, our we are all getting things out of the social media, out of this or normal media, and to what extent we can influence people outside people can influence the conflict of a region is still a question mark. And I think that's an important reason why people rarely engage in conversations, even over the write-ups on the platform. And a discussion around these problems over this platform in live events. The direct discussion is not happening, but at the same time, the way sessions by Red Cross members on the humanitarian law. So it's all that bureaucratic side that is happening on these peace leading platforms. So when it comes to people's ambition, is it people's ambition? No, sorry, not ambition, people's expectations. I think even a person coming from a remote corner of India, I will have expectations with these global bodies. But when, as and particularly as of now, I have a direct view of the functioning. I understand that, oh my God, this will not be possible here, this will not be possible here, but there will be a lot of other things possible over the platform. First and foremost is the global connection and the engagement that is happening at free of cost. I wanted to tell everyone, whoever is interested in engagement, please participate in the live events. One thing I have observed over the uh, last 1.5 year or even more is that people are very reluctant to reply over social media platforms, particularly people who we meet over the online space. Maybe the first hi bye is done, on the second, okay, they stop. But at the same time, I have seen business women who are so, I would say, in the activity space, they consider all these minute things with respect. They reply instantaneously. And now I'm wondering, like, what is making the psychological shift where a majority of people stop replying, stop engaging, but at the same time, some selective, be it women folk, they give that total respect to you. Even women of World Pulse platform, they are not bind up with the bond of sisterhood. They have their own personalities, and it's all something, a reflection of the outside world. Maybe okay, people are like they have their own family issues and they are more involved in it, and there are some things they cannot share to outside world, even to friends or to their so inner circle. Okay, the kind of disengagement happens, that disengagement, that is reflected in their entire relationships with the outside world, be it the close, be it the um, people who like us meeting from different corners of the world and at different time zones and at different vibes and tribes. People are reluctant to connect. Some people are like, maybe they think they are so superior. They feel, oh my God, I shouldn't be so active here, and that can be the reason to be reluctant on engagement over the platform. For me, I have sometimes felt like I've taken a break, but it's like um, it's not a total break. I used to participate in the live sessions, but sometimes I feel like the stories that people post, that women from different parts of the world post, they are all that the problem stories. Sometimes we feel like, oh my god, what should we say? What is the right thing to say? Or sometimes I don't read when it is too lengthy. I am comfortable with short write ups. I do it on my side, but I have written lengthy articles on WordPulse. But what I personally prefer is the short write ups. So when I see the long write ups, I hesitate to read, and maybe because of that, I'm missing that engagement on a daily basis over the platform. And when we engage over this platform, everything takes our time, right? We need to read it carefully sometimes. I have made one or two mistakes while giving a reply, that because I was reading the first part, the last part, and somewhere I found an interesting line, and I thought it in a different angle, and I wrote it in a different manner. But um, after some time, when I read, oh my god, my reply doesn't align with the write up. I understood. I have to change it. I don't remember the exact story. Yeah, you should be patient to read the entire story, and if you are replying. And there's also a wonderful space to connect. But at the same time, as I've already told you, people are hesitant these days to connect. People are hesitant, either they are too busy, or it's like something they feel like, oh my god, engaging over this platform, engaging with these friends doesn't or don't solve our problems. So there is no use. And another thing I personally noticed, and what is discussed at the time of the live event, is because majority of the people turn to profit organizations in terms of earning, and that can be the reason why these days, particularly, we know times of conflict are also times of economic um, disruption. People move away from these platforms. But I would like to tell younger ones, make the best use of these online space, particularly the non-profit ones, where you are also given equal opportunity to present your thoughts, equal opportunity of participation, and equal opportunity of being heard. I think my personal leadership skill after 2020 is a result of being a member of World Pulse community, where I have seen multiple initiatives launched. Most of these initiatives are non-profit in nature, and I also felt like I should launch an initiative. The first initiative was Listenerpreneur Club, where I felt like I should listen to the stories of people. But the problem is, when it comes to uh, listening to the stories of people, I need the audience. The members of a World Plus platform are countable when it comes to Indians who actively engage, and people in and around me, they have a lot of other platforms to engage. So, and sometimes they do not identify the purpose of Listenerpreneur Club. So whatever it is, I went for a different platform called Micro Opportunity Club, Micro Business Micro Opportunities, that was the earlier name. I wanted people to have an opportunity to make an income out of the kind of secondary or tertiary opportunity. That was my intention. That was also done on a non-profit basis. Anyway, these skills on a hobby basis, that is where the foundation lies. That will be given on a non-profit basis. But if you want any help with a detailed or partnership so type of things, so that will be done on a monetary terms. Today, so I thought of speaking about my personal journey, connecting 2025 and 2026, and also speaking about my micro business opportunity club. I am imparting two art workshops. So those who wanted to take part, you can connect over my contact number. Okay, thank you for listening.